Welcome to the open book, where every voice matters. Every story got layers, and every conversation opens something new. Turn the page, turn the page, turn the page. Turn the page. Turn the page. Turn the page. Welcome to the open book, where the real conversations flow. Turn the page. Turn the page. Turn the page. Every story got meaning. Every perspective shows. Turn the page. Turn the page. Turn the page. Turn the page. Late night talks with the smooth bass knocking. Whole room tuned when the topics dropping. Authors, culture, real life views. Open book vibes bring a whole new groove. No fake energy when the dialogue starts. Different perspectives play a major part. From page to podcast, the vibes stay deeper. Real conversations every single week. Welcome to the open book, where the real conversations flow. Turn the page. Turn the page. Turn the page. Turn the page. Every story got meaning. Every perspective show. Turn the page. Turn the page. Turn the page. Every chapter different. Every voice got purpose. Every voice got purpose. Turn the page.
Good afternoon. Good afternoon. Welcome to the open book. This is your host, Lakeisha. I hope everyone has had a wonderful Wednesday. I am coming back a little later than expected. I thought I was going to be able to come back at 1 p.m. Central, but I had an unexpected meeting today, and so I had to just kind of prolong the time in between this morning's live and right now. Make sure y'all tap that like button. Let everyone know we are live. And so if you did not get a chance, let me say my disclaimer before I forget. This live is for educational and entertainment purposes only and is covered under the Fair Use Act. Information shared is alleged in our opinions as we react to various topics and people. Now, if you did not get a chance, y'all, this morning, we did a live where we broke down the arrest record, of Karmelo Anthony. And there were quite a few things that were questionable, from the point of whether or not they read him his Miranda rights, It wasn't stated in the arrest report. Then you had the knife that was found was partially open when they found it, So that's questionable. Then you have police officers taking witnesses to other locations and seemingly having their body-worn camera footage on, only coming to find out that they did not. It was not recording, So it's a lot of things that are causing, a bit of red flags when it comes to that arrest report. So possibly, when he has his appeal, the new attorney will look into those things, because if he was never read his Miranda rights, that's a whole violation right there. Let alone his parents not being contacted. They're at the actual stadium, nor when he got to the jail. His mom found out from tracking his cell phone. So she started, backtracking and trying to locate him. So to me, that wasn't even right to have a whole child and you have not contacted parents. Then we had the cell phones that were being taken up and all of that, y'all. It's a lot. It's a lot. So during this live, we're going to do part 2 because we didn't get a chance this morning. There was another witness that has come forward that has seen the footage from Frisco ISD. I think she calls herself Miss Daisy, and she was on No Captivity with Freezy on yesterday, y'all. Shout out to Freezy. He has a whole vibe, a whole vibe over there on his channel. And yesterday was like a whole part-time job. Child, he has the patience out of this world from handling a whole live and interview, supers coming in and out, phone calls. I take my hat off to that king. Okay. I was like, whoa, but shout out to him over there, really breaking this down. He has some interesting guests and so forth. And so we're going to tap into the interview part on yesterday because I did not get a chance to watch it. And so some of you may have, and some may be like me, and you're like, girl, what you talking about? So we're going to tap into that today. Let's see who we have here so far. Hey, Queen Shailene is in the building. Welcome, sis. Thank you for joining and thank you for being first in the building. Hey, Monica, welcome. Thank you for joining again. Okay, my sis Cherry is in the building. So happy. Hey, Janet is in the building. Welcome, sis. Thank you for joining. Miss Dee Dee is in the building. Miss Dee Dee, I don't know if you saw my comment last night, but I said, look, I'm not the only one that messed up your name. I think Freezy did a probably worse job than I did. Okay. I said, I don't feel so bad. No. It was just so funny, y'all. I said, because I'm not the only one. Okay. If they didn't read him his Miranda rights, they have to let him out, I think. I don't know. But it's not stated in the arrest report when they read him his rights. They were just pretty much stating that Karmelo was saying they used the word spontaneous, okay, 2 times. He was saying these things about, oh, what I did, would that be considered self-defense? Like spontaneously. Or, oh, I'm not alleged I did it spontaneously. But we have no way of proving that because I don't think the body worn camera footage was on. Okay. She said, Detective Dee Dee reporting to the open book will expose your agency. Okay. Okay, I love it. My uncle got off that way. No Miranda rights were read to him. Really? They need to let him out. Okay, because it's not in the arrest report. Okay. You saw me, T. Mills. Hey, LaShondra is in the building. We have missed you. I hope all is well. Yes, y'all. Make sure you go ahead and hit that like. She said, I shouted you out on Freezy's live, and he got my name wrong as well. I said, well, I'll be trying. I didn't see you shout me out. Well, shout out to you. But I did hear when he messed your name. Girl, I was tickled. I said, oh, I don't feel so bad. Okay. Hey, Cakes Bless, welcome. Thank you for joining. She said, miss you. I don't like repeating a video. Okay. See, Note is in the building. Welcome. Thank you for tapping in. Angels is back with us. Thank you so much. And shout out to Angie as well. Thank you so much for joining. She said, yes, all is well. My mom's house because my apartment bathroom is getting done. Okay, got you. Okay. Well, girl, because I could tell the people who usually missing, we miss y'all, y'all up in here, detectives reporting. We had detectives missing. Okay, this is not the time to get missing. We cracking some more cases. Okay. Oh, y'all, speaking of cracking some cases, hey, Alana, welcome. I was looking at, after I got off my live, I did pull up the up-to-date docket, right? Because every day, hey, Sonia, every day I'm trying to check it. Well, there is a new update. Now, the update was as of June 12th. They had not updated it since June 11th. So as of today, there was an entry that said attorney unappointed. Okay, as of June the 12th. Now, the thing that I take from that is that Donnie Perales that was on the case, then now there's an entry showing that he's possibly unappointed because the lead attorney that's showing is Laura Bracamonte Davila. Okay, that person is still showing as the lead attorney. Now, I don't know if the family has retained some type of attorney for the appeal, but their name is not on there as of right now. I do know that, shout out to Gerald from the NCB. He did a short video earlier and he was kind of reporting on something. Michael Campbell, he's an attorney, I think in the Dallas area, was stating that allegedly Lee Merritt and Ben Crump were about to work on this case also. I don't know how true that is. And one reason that I say that is Lee Merritt, I don't even think can practice law in Texas. Ben Crump, I just saw him at a whole press conference for the family where the little girl was shot in Mississippi, or little boy. I'm sorry, I think it was a 1-year-old little boy was shot while the mom was trying to allegedly steal diapers. Okay, so he's standing with that family because it was a police involved shooting. So I don't know. I don't know, y'all. I don't know who's going to be on board. Okay, got you, Lashandra. I don't know who's going to be on board, but I feel like it's very critical to get the process started now, though, because time is winding down, for this appeal and to get at least the attorney of record on there. Angie said, just saw a report on the dad lot going on here. I've been extremely busy and not on social media that much. Okay, got you. I definitely understand. Hi, Rhonda, welcome. She said, I'm in Frisco. Do you need me to go to the location of the school or stadium? Girl, what would be good is can you go to the district, okay, and see what they're saying in person? It's only so much we can do with making phone calls. See, they've given them the heads up, okay? They've given them the heads up that people are going to try to write to y'all. People are going to try to request this video. I'm curious to know, what are they telling people in person? See, it's different with going in person and making a phone call. When they're in front of your face, you got to look at body language. You got to see who's doing what and all of that. So I don't know. I don't know if they're even open, because I know a lot of them, the schools are closing for the summer, the districts. They've been having trainings and so forth this week. So it just depends, because the summer is harder. It really is. I met Ben Crump. He was where I live. Oh, okay. Got you. Hey, T. Smith. Welcome, sis. I got a mod in the building. Okay. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. She said, all these devils in this world think they're going to take over our world. Not this day or ever. You are a liar, devil. Not this day or any day. You better say it again. Hey, the Queen Stand, she said the district is locked down. Really? Wow. Is it because of all of this that they know everybody trying to see this video? Okay. Hey, I am that somebody is back. Welcome. Okay, let me know, girl. Like, just give us a heads up on what happened. Was it locked down? Did they tell you something? Because we're trying to see what's going on. Let's see. Simone says, so are they appointing him an attorney or a public defender? It looks as though right now there is a court-appointed attorney by the name of Laura Bracamonte Davila that's showing as the lead attorney for the defense as of right now. She is out of Rockwall County. Now, she said, I mean, they open, but you're not getting in for no video. Oh, gotcha. I see what you're saying. Okay, because I was like, child, why they got a whole lockdown? The kids are not even in school. I'm glad you clarified, because this is about to be a red alert. Like, we got to find out why the district is on lockdown. Okay. So, yeah. So as of right now, it showed one entry, because remember, they had Donnie Perales on there first. Then it had this Laura lady. So as of June 12th, when I checked it a few minutes ago, this was about probably a couple of hours ago, it said attorney unappointed. Okay. So I'm thinking that that's the entry from when Donnie is no longer the lead attorney. So maybe he's not the court appointed attorney on this case. And as of right now, maybe it's just showing Laura. Yes. It can be locked down, but I will get in with my detective credentials and get the video. Girl, if you come through and go to Frisco and get us that video, child, we all paying you. We owe you a fee, a finder's fee. Okay. This case about to be shut down with all the wrongdoing with the judge and the jury. Say that again, Rhonda. Okay. Obi, how long do they have? I was hearing, you know what? Hold on. I don't want to go by what I'm hearing. Hold on. Let me type this in. Give me 1 second. Okay, let's see. Okay, so after a defendant is convicted and sentenced, a notice of appeal generally must be filed within 30 days after the sentence is imposed in open court. If a timely motion for a new trial is filed, the deadline is extended to 90 days after sentencing. Ooh. For serious felony cases such as murder, the appeal typically goes to one of Texas's intermediate courts of appeals. If necessary, the defendant can then seek review from the Texas Court of Criminal Appeals. If the Court of Appeals affirms the conviction, the defendant generally has 30 days to file a petition for a discretionary review with the Texas Court of Criminal Appeals. And then after the direct appeal process is complete, a defendant may pursue post-conviction habeas corpus relief. In Texas, there's generally no strict statute of limitations for a state habeas application challenging a felony conviction, although waiting can create practical difficulties. So if the defendant later seeks federal habeas review, I hope I'm saying it right, there is generally a 1-year deadline under federal law starting from when the conviction becomes final, subject to certain toiling rules. Okay. So it looks like a notice of appeal has to be filed within 30 days after the sentence. Okay. So I think they already did that part. And then it says if a timely motion for a new trial is filed, the deadline is extended to 90 days. So it's still like, that seems like a lot of time, but y'all, we almost in July. Okay, time is like ticking and going by so fast. So we're going to see. We're definitely going to see how this goes. But they did file, the notice for appeal. Why didn't they let Anthony speak during court? I don't know, but I could see how it could potentially go against him, but at the same time, I could see the benefits of letting him speak up for himself, because some of the things that were stated in that arrest report, we don't know if that was him saying those things, or do they have any body worn camera footage confirming that he said those things. The way these people are moving, I just don't trust some of the stuff that they're saying. They didn't even, a couple of the officers talking about, they thought that their body worn camera footage or a body worn camera was on. It wasn't even activated. So it didn't even capture some conversations. Okay. They are being exposed big time all over social media. Exactly. Case Bless said Karmelo's family can't do any fundraising to help. They locked down the GoFundMe account. Maybe they can start Cashapp or something. And Cashapp, you got to be careful with that, because sometimes they'll report that and then you can't even receive Cashapps too. Hey, Latte, welcome, sis. Thank you for tapping in. Did the parents get a sizable monetary contribution before the trial? Yes, I believe from the Go. What is it called, y'all? Go, Send, Give. Is it Give, Send, Go? Give, Send, Go. They have received pre-trial contribution from that fund, according to the owner of that platform. Yes, and shoot video of stadium and surrounding area. And y'all, speaking of that, C note. Going back, when we went back the other day and I was looking at some of the news stations' reports, they stated that there was a person that was live streaming in the room when they were watching the video. They caught them live streaming, and they caught them doing a live outside of the stadium showing where all of the cameras were. Now, I don't know who that person was, okay? I'm like, well, hey, maybe someone clipped some of the live stream. Okay. I don't know, but according to news, that's why they kind of started buckling down on who could come and watch the video. And this was last year. right around that time when they let people come and watch it, and they found out someone was live streaming, allegedly. They may have thought it wouldn't help his defense. Right. Shout out to Rhonda. Hold on. Let me get to my little music. I got sound effects, y'all. Thank you, Rhonda, for the super sticker and sponsor for today's live. Thank you so much. Look, I'm never ready. It's supposed to just flow. Also, go in person and see if she can view the video. I don't think they're letting anyone do it as of right now. I think they shut it down. It's at Frisco ISD. I feel like he gets a public pretender. Not pretender. She called him a public pretender. Okay. That's the right word for it. I just seen a video showing Austin being drunk and rude on Corporate Thug and Mika. First time seeing this blogger. Oh, yes, she does her thing. I'm going to have to check that out. Yes, y'all. I didn't know he would. What? We're going to have to check that out. What? And we just think of Karmelo just in such a negative way when you got others out here being ghetto. Lord, let me see. Yeah, I know Corporate Thug and Mika. Shout out to that queen because she been doing her thing. Let's see here. Because I saw she had posted a video, but I didn't know what was on the video. Is it the one from 6 hours ago? Let me see if I can find a snippet of that part. Oh, yeah, let's get into it. I hope she doesn't mind. Y'all can, let me pull this up. Let's watch this right quick. Make sure y'all tap into Corporate Thug and Mika and subscribe to her. She has a variety of content. She is justice for Karmelo as well. Okay, let's see what she has to say.
If the footage tells the story, then drop the footage. If the evidence supports what everybody keep claiming, then drop the footage. If this really about justice, then why are y'all so afraid of transparency? Huh, YT people? See, what bothers me about this case is how fast people made up their minds before the facts, before the evidence, before a fair trial, before seeing everything. Folks picked a side based on emotion, assumptions, and for some people. But let's be honest, based on the color of a young man's skin. And that's the part that is different for me. Because my people don't come from hate. We don't come from racism. We come from love. We come from our community. We come from fighting through things stacked against us. We come from praying over our children every time they walk out their front door. Because we know the world doesn't always give them the benefit of the doubt.
Right.
And when I look at this situation, I don't see people who's searching for the truth. Because the truth is in their face. They got it. They been had it. They just sealed it. Let's go.
And you're a very personable guy too. I can tell, like, talking to you right now, like, you're a good dude.
Thank you, bro.
And like, just like you're like, no matter what you do, even if God forbid this doesn't work out, you're gonna be fine. You're gonna be a good dude.
Thank you, bro.
Yeah,
that means a lot.
Right, so like, let's say we are gonna watch one of your videos tonight. What would it be? Like, give me one.
What you say, bro?
Yeah. What's your favorite one?
Right,
maybe. A little more to the right. CCTV at least.
Nah.
Yeah, this is our tailgate, so we're more on the right so I can see the fucking TV.
Oh shit! Hey, bro, you don't gotta talk to him like that, bro. He didn't.
I'm just saying, maybe. Hey, can you just move, bro, please?
No, hey, bro, it's okay. Just move.
He doesn't mean like.
It's okay, move, bro.
I don't mean to be.
No, but I know, but you have to talk to him like that, bro. No. I'm saying this my guy though, bro. Like, no, bro. Hey, no, bro. You cursed at him and stuff, bro.
Hey, we're good.
All you had to say was, hey, bro, can you please move?
Hey, yeah, nah.
It's just respect, bro. You know what I'm saying?
Hey, no. He don't mean it like that.
Is he drunk?
I don't know, but maybe.
I just don't like disrespect, bro. He can talk to me like that. Don't talk to him like that. He's just doing his job.
Hey, we're good. Hey,
let's just respect each other, bro. For sure.
I'm not trying to be a fucking
No, yeah. You cussed at him, bro.
Bro, he's fucking way the TV is my tailgate. I can see
he didn't have to cuss at him though, bro. He's not a child, bro.
What's from?
No, he just,
Hey, back up.
What's from?
no, he just cussed him out, bro. And I was like,
He said y'all get up. They asked you to get up.
God damn it.
Hey, we're
What's
good.
from?
Is he drunk? Because if he's drunk, then it's okay. I'm not. Okay.
Yeah, we're good.
No, nobody was arguing with him or nothing. He just cursed at him like he was a child. And I was like, hey, bro, you don't
Okay,
disrespect
it's over,
everybody, you know?
Thank
No,
you.
I'm just explaining to you
It's
what
over.
happened.
Okay.
For
I
sure.
appreciate it. Good.
Sure.
Have a good day.
For sure.
Hey, y'all go. No walk up.
I'm not walking towards him. I'm walking that way.
Did y'all just see what I see? Did y'all see how Austin talked to him? Came under that straight disrespectful, talking about they tailgating. His brother even said he was drunk. You drunk at 17 years old? Just like your drunk daddy. This is the type of child that Jeff raised. This the one that y'all run around here praising. A drunk who had fentanyl in the system. Let's talk about it. Y'all don't want to keep it real. Every short I make about this, here y'all come. Nothing but racists up under my comments. That's ridiculous. That's where the problem coming in at. Y'all learn how to keep it real with y'all self, and then y'all can keep it real with other people. Y'all knew that he was the problem. Y'all knew it. Y'all didn't just see him, how he came up under there and treated that, and he created that whole scene, and how the coaches co-signed it because of the color of his skin. Did y'all see that shit? This what we fighting for right here. This why I'm going platform for platform. Letting
Now
everybody
wait a second. Let me go back. Was that him? I am. That somebody said. Wait, what? Wait, let me.
Y'all get up. Yeah, you get up.
Let's see. I don't know. Is that him, y'all?
Hey, what's problem?
Is he drunk? Because if he's drunk, then it's okay. I'm
What's
not.
problem?
Okay.
Yeah, we're good.
Hold on.
No,
Let me rewind it some. Cause he looked different. If that's him.
Like, just like you're no matter what you do, even if God forbid it just doesn't work out, you're gonna be fine. You're gonna be a good dude.
Thank you, bro.
Yeah.
That means a lot.
Alright, so,
Hold on,
let's
y'all. Let
say
me
we
see
are
these
gonna watch
faces.
one of your
Where
videos
this
tonight.
video
What
came
it is.
from?
Give me
Going to
one.
like
What
a
you say, bro?
1980.
What's your favorite one?
Right, maybe. A little more to the right. CCTV at least.
Nah.
Yeah, this is our tailgate, so we're more on the right so I can see the fucking TV.
Oh, shit. Hey, bro, you don't got to talk to him.
Is that him, y'all? He looks different. If that's him.
Like that, bro. He didn't.
I'm just saying, maybe.
Hey,
I don't know if that's him. I gotta see where she got that from. What do y'all think? I gotta ask her where she got that video. Shout out to Angels for becoming a member. You were already family, but now you are a member. Okay. Shout out to that one. Welcome. She said the same lingo and behavior. Uh-oh. Now see, if this is really him, y'all, this would show a pattern for sure. Okay, because we know it wasn't nice. And could you please move from where you're sitting? This is our tent. We know it wasn't that kind of language. Okay, we know that. Hey, Ray, yes, we are back. She said I wasn't sure if that was him when I saw it too. Yeah, it looks different. Yes, this is the video that was scrubbed off the internet. Are you serious? Wait a second. Hey, Protector 91. Now, wait. Now, knowing that, let me look at this a little differently. Oh, my gosh. What in the world? Okay, let's see here, y'all. Forgive me, because I haven't seen it yet. This is my first time with
you're
y'all.
a good dude.
Thank you, bro.
And, like, just like you're no matter what you do, even if God forbid it just doesn't work out, you're gonna be fine. You're gonna be a good dude.
Thank you, bro.
Yeah.
That means a lot.
Alright, so like, let's say we are gonna watch one of your videos tonight. What would it be? Like, give me one.
What you say, bro?
Yeah. What's your favorite one?
Right, maybe. A little more to the right. CCTV at least.
Nah.
Yeah, this is our tailgate, so we're more on the right so I can see the fucking TV.
Oh, shit. Hey, bro, you don't got to talk to him like that, bro. He didn't.
I'm just saying, maybe.
Hey, can you just move, bro, please?
No, hey, bro, it's okay. Just move.
He doesn't mean like.
It's okay, move, but
I don't mean to be a
but I know, but you have to talk to him like that. No. I'm saying this my guy though, bro. Like, no, bro. Hey, no, bro. You cursed at him and stuff, bro.
Hey, we're good.
All you had to say was, hey, bro, can you please move?
Hey,
This is respect, bro. You know what I'm saying?
Hey, no. He don't mean it like that.
Is he drunk?
I don't know, but maybe.
I just don't like disrespect, bro. He can talk to me like that. Don't talk to him like that. He's just doing his job.
Hey, we're good. No, hey,
Let's just respect each other, bro. For sure.
I'm not trying to be a fucking
No, yeah. You cussed at him, bro.
Bro, he's fucking way the TV is my tailgate. I can see
You didn't have to cuss at him, though, bro. He's not a child, bro.
What's the problem?
No,
Hey, back up. What's the problem?
No, he just
Oh,
cussed him
wow.
out, bro. And I was like,
He said y'all get up. They asked you to get up.
Oh my.
What's problem?
is he drunk? Because if he's drunk, then it's okay. I'm
What's
not.
problem?
Okay.
Yeah, we're good.
No, nobody was arguing with him or nothing. He just cursed at him like he was a child. And I was like, hey, bro, you don't
Okay, it's
disrespect
over,
everybody,
buddy.
you know?
Thank
No,
you.
I'm just explaining to you
It's
what
over.
happened.
Okay.
Yeah,
I
for sure.
appreciate it. Good.
Sure.
Have a good day.
For sure.
Oh my
Don't
God.
walk up. Go
I'm not walking towards home. I'm walking that way.
Did y'all just see what I seen?
Whoa.
Did y'all see how Austin talked to him? Came under that straight disrespectful, talking about they tailgating. His brother even said he was drunk. You drunk at 17 years old? Just like your drunk daddy. This is the type of child that Jeff raised. This the one that y'all run around here praising. A drunk who had fentanyl in the system. Let's talk about it.
Navan, the #1 rated business travel platform, lets your team book work travel in
No,
one place.
Black Butterfly.
Flights,
She
hotels,
said this was a
cars,
different
while staying within
incident. This
budget
wasn't
and
the one
earning
with
professional
Carmelo.
rewards.
Y'all don't want to keep.
Yeah, for those of you just coming in, no, that wasn't the one with at the actual football field, but I mean at the stadium. No, this looked to be a different incident. I'm gonna have to do more research. Shout out to who just told me about this. Someone, Angels, I think, told me about the video. Shout out to Corporate Thug and Mika that did it. So I'm not sure of where this took place, but y'all, if this here scenario is so eerie because it almost mimics what happened at the stadium. Okay. And the one guy who was sitting up there, maybe he was cool with them, but then he started getting nervous because he came in talking to his friend who was recording a certain type of way. And he's like, wait, hey, it's cool, it's cool. So if this was definitely him, the aggression, and that's probably how he would have said it to Carmelo. Okay, let's see here. He was trying to keep things. Then when the parents came, they weren't making it no better. He's like, no, I'm just explaining. He's like, it's all good, it's all good. Where you going? You going over? Like they're almost double teamed. Oh my gosh. Yes, it was supposed to have been one of the twins. They didn't even care about his behavior. Exactly. And why are we drinking beer so young? For one, whoever it is in the group. Okay, y'all not old enough to drink. Yeah, that's what they're saying. Baby, I'm gonna have to do more research on that video. But shout out to Corporate Thug and Mika, because I want to know where that came from, what year. Okay, this would definitely show a pattern. Oh my gosh. And it shows the character and the way he could have possibly said it to Carmelo that day. Okay, and then you have a group. See, these two boys were double teamed. Now it looked like one of them, they were cool with him sitting under their tent. Looked like they were at some kind of game because he said they were tailgating. So they were cool with him. But then when allegedly Austin walked up, he wasn't cool with the guy. Okay, that could have been kind of like at the stadium. He was all right with Eddie, but that was his teammate, but they had a problem with Carmelo. Wow. Yeah, it would definitely highlight his character and behavior. Mm-hmm. Rhonda, I'm praying so. Rhonda, I'm still trying to find out if they read Carmelo his Miranda rights. Okay. How about we take it all the way back? I'm still trying to figure out because y'all, all of that stuff would be null and void. Anything he said, because y'all didn't even read him his Miranda rights, should have been null and void. Let that man out of there. Okay. Carmelo had a videographer following and recording him, and they was aggressive towards his cameraman first. So are you saying that's Carmelo sitting under the tent? Ray, is that what you're saying? Because it's kind of fuzzy too. The video texture is kind of fuzzy too. I still understand. I still understand what gave him the authority. I still don't understand what gave him the authority to ask someone to remove themselves. Well, hey, the entitlement of it all. Because I mean, we could look at this. Oh, really? We could look at this and see that. Yes, in his centennial jersey. So are you saying they have been at a tent before? I'm so confused. I'm gonna have to go back and look at that video again. Are you saying that they've been at a tent before and they had a problem with Carmelo before in his centennial jersey? Okay, Let me see, y'all. Let's play it. Let's play that again, y'all. Look, this piqued my interest. Thank y'all for walking this through with us. Okay. I just want to know. Because they were talking, the first two guys were having a conversation. And they seemed to be okay with the black guy sitting there. I didn't know that's supposed to be Karmelo. Because it's the texture of it is so weird. The whole movie.
I can tell, like, talking to you right now, but you're a good dude.
Thank you, bro.
And like, just like you're like, no matter what you do, even if God forbid this doesn't work out, you're gonna be fine. You're gonna be a good dude.
Thank you, bro.
Yeah,
that means a lot.
Alright, so like, let's say we are gonna watch one of your videos tonight. What would it be? Like, give me one.
What you say, bro?
Yeah. What's your favorite one?
Right, maybe. A little more to the right. See TV at least.
Nah.
Yeah, this is our tailgate, so we're more on the right so I can see the fucking TV.
Oh shit! Hey, bro, you don't gotta talk to him like that, bro. He didn't.
I'm just saying, maybe.
Hey, can you just move, bro, please?
No, hey, bro, it's okay. Just move.
He doesn't mean like.
It's okay, move, but
I don't mean to be a
no, but I know, but you have to talk to him like that, bro. I'm saying this my guy though, bro. Like, no, but hey, no, bro. You cursed at him and stuff, bro.
Hey, we're good.
All you had to say was, hey, bro, can you please move?
Hey,
This is respect, bro. You know what I'm saying?
Hey, no. He don't mean it like that.
Is he drunk? Is he drunk?
I don't know, but maybe.
I just don't like disrespect, bro. He can talk to me like that. Don't talk to him like that. He's just doing his job.
Hey, we're good. No, hey,
let's just respect each other, bro. For sure.
I'm not trying to be a fucking
No, yeah.
You cussed at him, bro.
Bro, he's fucking away the TV is my tailgate. I can see
You didn't have to cuss at him though, bro. He's not a child, bro.
What's the problem?
No, he just,
Hey, back up. What's the problem?
no, he just cussed him out, bro. And I was like,
He said y'all get up. He asked you to get up. What's the problem?
is he drunk? Because if he's drunk, then it's okay. I'm
What's the
not.
problem?
Okay.
Yeah, we're good.
No, nobody was
I know he
arguing
wants
with him
to
or
be
nothing. He just
drunk,
cursed at him like he was a child. And I was like, hey, bro, you don't
Okay, it's
disrespect
over, buddy.
everybody, you know?
Thank
No,
you.
I'm just explaining to you what happened.
Okay.
For sure.
Appreciate it. Good. Have a good day.
For sure.
Hey, y'all go. Don't walk up those.
I'm not walking towards him.
Oh.
I'm walking that way.
Did y'all just
I
see
don't
what
think
I
that's
seen?
Karmelo in the
Did
book.
y'all see how Austin talked to him? Came under that straight disrespectful, talking about they tailgating. His brother even said he was drunk. You drunk at 17 years old? Just like your drunk daddy. This is the type of child that Jeff raised. This the one that y'all run around here praising. A drunk who had fentanyl in the system. Let's talk about it. Y'all don't want to keep it real. Every short I make about this, here y'all come. Nothing but racists up under my comments. That's ridiculous. That's where the problem coming in at. Y'all learn how to keep it real with y'all self, and then y'all can keep it real with other people. Y'all knew that he was the problem. Y'all knew it. Y'all didn't just see him, how he came up under there and treated that, and he created that whole scene, and how the coaches co-signed it because of the color of his skin. Did y'all see that shit? This what we fighting for right here. This why I'm going platform for platform, letting everybody know that I'm standing with Karmelo. They been lying the whole time. And if we don't stand for nothing, then we'll fall for anything. Now we about to get into the real testimonies of the real people who seen the real footage. You know, the footage that y'all was making people pay to go and see. That's how dirty and crooked y'all is down there in Collins County. Let's go.
So I want to say that this press conference is for...
That's okay. Maybe she was using that video to highlight what happened, kind of a scenario that happened to Karmelo that particular day. I'm gonna do a little more research on that because I want to find out myself. But Ray was saying that video had been out there in the beginning and said that it was no longer there. Wow. Yes, the Attorney General has sealed the video per school district request. Right. Yeah, I don't think that's Karmelo though. Yeah, but the behavior is pretty much the same. Yeah. That's crazy, period. People should mind their business, point blank, period. If he wasn't there causing a problem, an adult should have said something. Right. She's talking like that was the incident, or if it's an example. That's what I was wondering. Was it an example of that? Because I just got to go see. That just looks like an older video. I got to go check that out. Okay, let's get into the other one. Shout out to Corporate Thug and Mika for that clip. Let's get into the one that I wanted us to look at. For those of you who have not seen it for sure. Those of you who have, maybe you catch something different this time. Okay. But shout out to Freezy with No Captivity. Did an interview with someone by the name of Miss Daisy on yesterday, and I had actually missed the interview part. So I wanted to go through and see, what did she say? Was it in line with what some of the other witnesses that went to see the video, what they said, and so forth? Okay, let's get into it.
There's going to be little nuances because everybody has their own point of view.
Imagine being able to build an app with your name on it, just by thinking about it. Meet Base 44.
Contradictions or contrasts or disparities. I want you guys to pay attention, right? To see if there's a lot of similarities in these stories, because so far there's been so many similarities in what these brothers and sisters have actually shared with us on this platform, right? There's going to be little nuances because everybody has their own point of view. But in my honest opinion, I think that at least 95% of each one's account has been pretty much the same. But I'm sorry, go ahead, Ms. Daisy. Walk us through when you actually arrived at Frisco ISD and what you had to actually go through to actually get to see this video.
Of course. So upon arrival at the Frisco ISD administration building was the location that I arrived at. There's a little like ring doorbell essentially outside. I had to show my driver's license, tell them why I was there. I went inside, presented my driver's license to the front desk lady, and she scanned my driver's license, printed me out a sticker badge, same photo as your identification. I put that on my chest and I waited for the assistant to come and get me. Once she came and got me, we went behind some double doors, and then I had turned right and stood outside of an elevator, waited for that elevator to get us. We went up to the 4th floor, walked down a hallway into an office room, which had a conference room attached to it. And so Freezy, inside of that conference room, a normal conference room set up, a big desk with a bunch of chairs. There was one TV up on the wall, and the administrator had a piece of paper laid out with some pens, and that is where I had to sign saying I will not record audio or video of what I was about to see on the pre-recorded video on the wall. I had already been, warned, hey, don't go in with any kind of, keys or phone or anything like that. So I left everything in my car, all of my personal belongings, just to ensure that I didn't break any rules or wasn't, breaking code. So from there, she even asked, hey, do you have anything? And I said, no, ma'am, left everything in my car.
Was there anybody else in line to see the video when you went?
Great question. Not with me. I went up alone at this point in time. So I was in the round of first people who was able to go alone by themselves. So it was myself and the administrator from Frisco ISD.
Okay, so she's stating that during that time, she was kind of earlier on, allegedly, based off of her testimony, I should say, earlier on to see that video at Frisco ISD. She said that she had heard that you can't take anything in there to record. So she pretty much left her things in the car. But yes, that was so sad. I definitely want to get into that story too, as well. I just really hated that. Greetings, OG Patrice is in the building. Welcome.
Okay. Go ahead.
So from there, we walked up to the front of the room, and she pointed at the television, and she proceeded to instruct me. You can see the video 2 minutes prior to the incident or 11 minutes prior. She said everybody was watching it at the 2 minutes mark before, and I said, no, I would like to see as far back as I could. So remind everyone, the incident had happened around 9:54 Central Standard Time on April 2nd, 2025. So 11 minutes prior to that would be 9:43 Central Standard Time. So that is the time that I had chose to start the video. So I want to make sure that that's clear. I think a few people get confused there. So I started it there. She also proceeded to tell me, hey, this is the timestamp. The timestamp is going to be at the bottom right. There's also another kind of rolling timestamp as well. but that actual time was at the bottom right. In the top left of the corner, you could see the canopy, which was the memorial canopy. And I want to remind everybody, it was half cut off. So we were viewing from the home stadium off onto the away side. And so that half of the canopy was cut off. We couldn't see anything from that left. So we could only see half to the right of the field. So I was able to familiarize myself, remind you I had 11 minutes prior to the incident. And I knew.
So she went back to 9:43. So keep that time in mind. Also, I would like to give a special shout out to Trina for the super sticker and for being a sponsor for today's live. Thank you so much. I really appreciate that. Okay, let's see here. Her description of the building and entry is correct. Exactly. Yes. Thank you so much. Question. Another timestamp. Yeah. What's the other? That's a good point. What's the other timestamp? And something else I wish I was in there to ask her is, did they give her the little corner of the screen video? Or when they showed it to her, was it the full screen? Because one of the witnesses, I think T30, that said he saw it, they had like a little picture-in-picture little box up in the corner of the screen. So I'm like, what? Why would they do that? Child, give me the whole screen view, okay? But they're also watching this from across, okay? She said across the field, so they have to pretty much, I guess, zoom in. So, okay, let's see where she goes with this. Because like I said, this is my first time hearing her testimony.
From the interviews of what Hunter had did, that they were coming from the middle school. So prior to entering, I also looked, before I even got there the day before, I looked at Google Maps, right? What does the stadium look like? Where is the middle school? Where is the athletic building? Just so I could kind of know where they would be coming from. So around 9:49 at that timestamp in the morning, I had looked to my far right of the corner, and what I believed was the four boys walking in, going off of Hunter's, testament of myself, my brother, and a couple of friends were walking from the middle school. So I saw them walk in. They arrived up on the bleachers, and I want to remind everyone, the bleachers are, they're metal bleachers, and then as you walk up into it, it's a metal walking path. So they, in my opinion, as I like to always put it, they were walking with a purpose. They were not walking nonchalantly to go sit down at a track meet. Did you have a question, Freezy, or do you want me to continue?
So when you seen how many boys was it?
Yes, I identified 4 boys walking up into the group of the canopy.
Okay. And you said they weren't walking in a nonchalant manner. You said they were walking briskly. I played a video, a TikTok video. And I think you said something, it was almost like predator versus prey was your direct quote, right?
I did, Freezy. So my exact quote was the walking with intent, as if it was almost predator versus prey. And the rest of my story will kind of attest to the reasons why and everything. And I want to remind everybody, it was raining. I could see raindrops. The video was crystal clear. I've always said it was 4K, if not 5K at best. So the video I had seen, imagine it's like an NFL football game.
So she said what she saw was crystal clear. And that one, you brought up a very good point. She said why they gave them the option to watch it at the 2-minute mark and 11-minute mark. No, we want to see all of it. I agree. I mean, if I'm coming up here and they're saying they had to sign like an NDA to pretty much not talk about this, possibly, I guess, before the trial, they didn't want them to discuss what they saw. If I'm going to go through this whole process, I want to see everything because I don't know what you edited out. Okay. So started from where the camera picks up, okay, the boys coming from over there, and let me see everything. Don't edit anything. Don't try to squish it all together. No, let us see the whole thing. So I don't know why it was options as well. Okay. Hey Karen, welcome. She said walking with a purpose, which goes back to Eddie probably texting one of those Metcalf boys to let them know Carmelo was there. Yes, if it wasn't Eddie, I feel that someone let them know that Carmelo was sitting under that tent. Okay, if they were already somewhere else, and y'all have to consider it was raining. Why would you walk out of another building away from the rain? It was sprinkling at that time, and you're coming from out of the rain to go over to a tent with way more people probably crowded under there to get to Carmelo. No, you probably got paged a text message. That's why they need the whole text thread to see if anyone had reached out to the boys. Hi, Heal the World. Good afternoon. Good evening. Okay. Hey, Tabitha. Those are things to think about. So I'm questioning that part also. Like, why did they get an option? Just show the whole video. You know, another reason I say that too, y'all, is I'm wondering the version that the news media saw, is it the same version that some of these people that signed up to go and see it saw? That's what I'm curious to know. Because when we looked at those articles from some of the news media from last year, when they were going there to look at this video, what they were describing is what it seems like the jury saw. Okay. So I'm wondering about that. Now, Mike Howard, which was Carmelo's lawyer, he allegedly saw it too, based off of one of the news stations. When they asked him had he saw it or seen it, he said yes. So which version did you see? Okay, I'm really curious to know, because one news reporter said it was heavily pixelated. So I'm like, well, was that the one they showed in court? Did they have a special version that they showed to news media so they wouldn't contest what was happening during the trial? But everyone else, they showed this other version too? I don't know. It's just not adding up. Okay, the different things they are saying and what we're hearing, the ones who went to sign up to see it are saying, it seems like it's two different videos, in my opinion. Okay, the Queen's Den said, yes, I've been saying this. Someone sent a message to them boys. I think so too. I agree. Yeah, I said page. Paging. Paging Mr. Metcalf. We need you over here at tent number, what was their school? Tent number Memorial. Okay. And they come over there with a purpose, child. Yes, I took us back. Probably not, because they're on the side with the who, y'all in these emojis. Maybe you trying to say the twins and his crew. Okay. There was some editing on that video for them to have to split times. Hello. They had to have edited that video a lot. I mean, you splitting up times. Now they close all video out to the public. What do they have to hide? Yes. And that's the thing too, y'all. We don't know during court, okay, because they said it was so blurry to the judge had to kind of tell the jury what they're looking at. No. Not the roach. Okay, they had to tell. How you got a judge telling the jury what they're seeing? If y'all can't see it with your own eyes, that's what I'm talking about. If you cannot see it, or if it doesn't show, you must let him go. I would not have felt good or comfortable in my own spirit to convict someone of murder, and I never saw it. Okay, I can't even see what y'all showing me on this video. It's like that video that's going around talking about the Tiffany Billions girl had a little snippet of a video. Ain't none of us can figure out what we're supposed to be looking at. What we're supposed to be looking at on that video. We feeling like the jury member. Okay, y'all know we can't see nothing. And we up here talking about it. I ain't even trying to talk about it. I just put it out there for my people so y'all can see what everybody else is talking about. Sean, I ain't going to talk about that because I don't think it's the real thing. Where are the tents? We can't see nothing. Okay, so the jury members couldn't see nothing either. But they felt comfortable enough to put guilty on Carmelo, and you couldn't even see what was happening. No way. It's no way. Okay, the judge going to tell you whatever. Like he said, we don't know what we talking about. He doesn't know what he was talking about. Okay, don't tell us what we know way more than you think we know. How about that? Right. What kind of reporters did they have? Wouldn't they question the school if they have video of the incident? Hello? But see, guess what though? I think it was all strategic. That's why the judge chose, okay, certain legacy media outlets to be there. They chose 9. Okay, they chose 9. Now, why do you think those 9 were chosen? He chose those media outlets to be there. Okay, is it fact, the truth? If it's facts, yeah, the truth will set someone free. If it doesn't show, you must let him go. Come on now. Okay, like with OJ, they said if the glove didn't fit, you must have quit. Okay, and we got a new one for Karmelo. If it doesn't show, you must let him go. Child, I understand the school owns the video, but why is school staff and not forensic video specialists? Isn't that tampering with evidence? Yeah, and to me, it's obstructing justice. Okay. Child, y'all are holding back evidence. How is that legal? I'm still trying to understand that. And I'm telling y'all, mark my words, if something comes out about this video that no one can see it because it's accidentally gotten recorded over, or it's a different version, or they can't find it, or something like that, it's already in motion right now. Okay, we've already clocked it. Because I don't know what it's for, but there is a notice, an affidavit of, what is it called? Affidavit notice of no records. Hold on, let me see what it was called. And it was just updated on the docket the other day. Let's see. Because they've been going back, y'all, editing things, putting things into the docket, removing things from the docket. It's so funny that they had served the school district 5 times before, right? Issued a subpoena. They were unserved 5 times, but they tried to get it to them 5 times, right? Well, now they took off one of the times. They took off when they issued a subpoena to the Frisco Police Department. It's no longer showing on the docket. But see, I have screenshots of when it was there. So recently they filed what they call an affidavit of no records, which is a sworn statement in which a person or organization certifies that after conducting a search, they could not find any records responsive to a request. I have a feeling, y'all, that they are going to try to get that video from Frisco ISD. But there's already in motion this affidavit. I cannot certify that that's who it's from because it does not give you the details, right? Now, it says it does not necessarily mean the records never existed. It only means the responding party states that they do not have the requested records or could not locate them at the time of search. Now, it could be, for example, a school district might file an affidavit stating it has no video from a particular date because the footage was overwritten. Or it could be a cell phone provider might state it has no records because they were retained only for a limited period. Or it could state that a witness might say they have no responsive emails or text messages. These are examples of what that notice means, okay? That little affidavit that was just updated into the docket. Somebody's going to say they don't have something. I don't know who that who is or what it is, but it's been filed, okay? It's been filed. So I don't know. We're going to see. We've already kind of clocked it already. Let's see. Judge Roach did the conviction allegedly because the jury couldn't all agree on the length of years. Yes, and we were hearing that that's Austin's his number on his uniform, or they don't care, period, or they don't want the truth out. Okay. Karmelo, hey, it is what it is. Karmelo had a light gray hoodie and seems like everyone had on black in that video. I think that video was another school incident somewhere else. Right, Angels. Okay. Oh boy. I believe that Tiffany Billion Girl may be the one, maybe one of them to throw us off with that shady video she posted. Yeah, because it doesn't show anything. People judge too fast without seeing or being there. Only 3 people know the truth. Now make some t-shirts. If it don't show, you must let him go. Come on now. If it don't show, you must let him go. We got to get some t-shirts talking about the other thing, child, with the watermelon. They thought they ate. That is goofy. And if I was Karmelo, when I got out, I would have a whole watermelon party for them, okay? And send them some watermelon to their homes, okay? So every time you eat watermelon, you going to see my victory. You going to see my freedom. You got to turn it around. Come on now, Karmelo. Okay, turn it around, don't it? All right, let's continue.
It's on a smaller screen.
So
okay,
let's put a pin in that right there. I have a video I'm going to play after you give your account, and later on in my show, where there's a reporter that works for Court TV. I think his name is Cody, something, black guy. He actually said he's seen the video in court, and he said that you couldn't see any raindrops, and the people, you could barely make out the people. They were very blurry. He said you couldn't see any rain or anything. So he said, if anybody said they seen raindrops or that, no, that's not true. You couldn't see any raindrops. You're telling us that you could, the video was that clear where you could see droplings and raindrops and all that kind of stuff. That's what you're telling this audience.
Yes. So when I started the video at the 11 minutes before, so at that 9:43 mark, it was a heavy drizzle, is like I like to put it. It wasn't like a downpour. It does get into a downpour later, but it was a constant drizzle. You could see people popping their umbrellas up, taking them down. I could see people in ponchos. I saw puddles on the track as well. So it was very visible that it was raining, and it wasn't, a bright sunny day either. And I also will say, when people say you can't see faces, no, when we all put in our request, we understood that the video needed to be redacted. And redacted means if it is a video, you cannot see the minors' faces. So they did not blur it out, but it is, far enough to where you cannot physically identify somebody. The only identifiers that we have is going off of who we know was involved in the incident. And, the video shows you kind of.
Right. So
see, that's what I'm saying. How do you convict someone of murder and you can't even identify them on the video? And look, at this point, I would have the prosecutors working, child, because I would deny. If y'all saying I said I'm not alleged, I did it. If y'all saying I asked, was it self-defense? You have it on video? I didn't say that. And that would be having to get a lot of attention. I don't care if they did say he said it. Do they have it on video? Oh, okay, because he never got on the stand. So where y'all getting that from? Y'all got to show some proof. Okay, y'all got to show some proof that this young man said that. Okay, you can't even identify the people's faces in the video. How are you supposed to? Anybody could have, y'all. Anybody in today's time can doctor something up using AI. How do we know that's the real video? You see what I'm saying? It's like so much corruption and things going on. At least with this one, she's saying it's clear, but I'm talking about the one shown in court. Y'all couldn't even identify the bodies walking around, moving around. You definitely didn't see the act, okay? Y'all didn't see none of that. So I'm still trying to understand. She said that bright yellow tent is nowhere in sight. Fake video. Yeah, that video didn't even have the tent. And we just saw a picture today where it had the Liberty tent right next to Memorial's tent. It was really, really close. Okay. Yeah, it was really close during the real crime scene. You could see that. Yeah, the jury should have been like, we can't see what happened, and those testimonies made no sense. Should have been a mistrial. Right, Tessa? And thank you so much for joining today. I definitely agree. That's, y'all, I'm telling you, that's even more proof that this was set up all around the board, in my opinion. Okay? That it's no way you have a full jury that no one stood up to say, I'm fighting against this because I don't know what we got going on. We can't see a video. Y'all know them kids was out there. The stories didn't match or go, you know what, I ain't gonna say match, but there were, discrepancies with the stories, inconsistencies with the stories. Like, it's not clear. Okay, the whole incident, even with the knife situation, they didn't bring up the backpack in the court. Like, certain things weren't even brought up. Okay, then you have a partially open knife that was found on the bleachers behind the whole incident. I would have been, they didn't even bring that up though. I don't even think they brought that up. Because how is it partially open if it was just used? It's a lot of things that are not making sense. Hey, Deidre, welcome. Let's see. Lady Hawk said, was he read his rights or had an attorney present when he so-called admitted it because he was a minor at the time? No, Lady Hawk. And we looked through the arrest record today. They never put on there when they read Karmelo his rights. Never. They were saying he was making spontaneous statements. But how do we know that? Some of them didn't even have their body-worn camera footage on. They even admitted, oh, I thought it was activated. If y'all didn't see this morning's live, we broke that thing down. Like, seriously, there were a lot of errors. There were a lot of errors during that process. People saying they got body-worn camera. Oh, we didn't. We thought it was. We moving witnesses to the side. We're supposed to keep them separated. We're taking their cell phones. Then it's a whole like bus after bus after bus of students who were supposed to be witnesses. Whatever happened to all of the witnesses? Then y'all didn't even have time to call Karmelo's parents. Then Karmelo was bleeding. His dad said his hand was cut. The officer in her report even noticed blood on Karmelo's finger. Did you give him aid? We didn't see it in the report. You took pictures. So why was he not afforded aid to kind of seal up that cut, give him a Band-Aid? But yet y'all whisk Karmelo off to jail. Hurry up, take his clothes off, give him jail clothes. Did you read him his rights at that point? When did you read him his Miranda rights? And why are you taking his clothes in a bag and putting them inside of a trunk? I'm not understanding that. She said, I found some pictures the day of. Allegedly, they didn't have enough manpower to put their tent up. It was up on the, let me pull up. Give me 1 second. I'm going to show you. Okay, so on this picture here, this one shows, okay, this one shows the tent. Now, the yellow tent was moved back further, okay? They only moved it here. This was after everything happened. But notice it was up where the backpacks are, okay? So it covered that area. But notice Liberty's tent, y'all, is right next to that. It's no way that school have seen what happened also. All of those students under there as well. No, towards the left middle part of the screen, that is where the weapon was found between bleachers 9 and 10 with the aisle seat 30. Okay, that's where the weapon was found, the knife or the tool. And so they covered it up with the blue tarp because it was raining. Okay, now they took pictures of it, but we don't know if they did any DNA testing off of this knife. Where are the forensic reports? See, this is why you look at the lawyers a certain type of way, defense lawyers. What work did y'all do? Because clearly in that first little skeletal part of the docket, nothing. Y'all were relying on the prosecutors to bring in something, and they brought in minimal. Okay, y'all asking where is the pathology, where is the autopsy, where are the forensic results? Okay, all of that. Did y'all do DNA testing? Where are all of these witnesses? Like, make it make sense. She said, I wonder, did Karmelo's parents ever confirm if he carries a knife? You know what? I don't know. I'm going to have to go back and listen to the interviews to see if they brought that up. So, again, why people can't mind their business, period. Okay. And he had a cut, yeah, on his hand, supposedly. Who's to say he didn't get cut taking the knife from one of them? Ooh, okay. Hey, Becca, welcome. Those who saw the tape said he was jumped. I heard he had bruises allegedly, but they doctored the booking pick. Wish someone would ask his parents about that. Yes, his dad said that too, and also it's in the arrest report that his hand was cut, but they didn't bring that up in court. Okay, she said. Simone, you crazy. She said there's 2 videos for blacks and 1 for white. Okay. Girl, they wasn't supposed to be moving anything until they did a thorough investigation. Okay. They wasn't supposed to be moving anything. Okay, read that. Hear no evil, see no Colin County. Hi, Right Sound Studio. She said, tune it in. If the tents are right next to each other, what is the big deal with trying to shoo him away? Also, it's raining. I don't care if you're a friend, stranger, or foe. Let's get you out the rain. Clock it. Okay? Thank you. That could have been just sensible. And the point I brought up this morning, you mean to tell me there were 2 tents that close together and you didn't have any adult coaches under those tents that could have de-escalated this, could have, said, look, guys, hey, calm down. Where all the coaches at? Okay, y'all weren't trying to stay out the rain. The coaches out in the field getting wet, got kids up here being loud, rowdy, and y'all just didn't see the commotion to get up there. Karmelo shouldn't have had to run to you. You should have been within earshot of your tent, your group of people, or get you an assistant. Yeah, where is the body cam footage? Now, I heard that there was some body cam footage shown, but the time stamp or date on there, I don't know how that's possible, child. They really edited some stuff. The tent was moved because it isn't covering the bleachers or the backpacks, is covering the ground. Right. Exactly. All right, let's continue.
So basically, all of the other students under the tent, they kind of wanted to protect those students.
Check this out. This is how I can afford this Jeep Wrangler.
I was paying $243 for my brand new Jeep for insurance coverage. You can see the breakdown right here. And
right?
Yes, that is exactly correct.
Okay. Go ahead. You carry on, sis.
Yeah. Okay. So
where we left off was the four boys was walking briskly as if it was predator versus prey towards. Go ahead.
Yes. So as they were walking up on the bleachers, they walked up the steps and they did not sit down. It instantly went from a verbal to a physical altercation very quickly, and you could tell. The reason why I say they did not sit down is because anybody can tell elevation. You can tell from, I'm watching them walk up, I'm seeing that they're standing, and if they were to sit, I can tell that that head had moved down. I was not able to see anything from those four boys. They had surrounded him, and you could see arm movements, as if someone might have been pointing like, hey, get out of here. You could also see, what I like to say is the jumping, the punching, pushing, grabbing, shoving. And in my definition is jumping could be where one person is touching you, multiple people are touching you, you're in a group surrounded by one person touching you. That is how I define it, because you could never know who's going to jump in at the same time. So from there, you could see Karmelo pop up and out of the tent.
Okay, repeat that because we just got a super chat. It was a sound effect. You said from that point, before you go there, I noticed you said they was punching the individual. I noticed you used jumped. What did you mean by that?
So That's the terminology that I use. So, and I can repeat it for everybody, is jumping in, and this is my definition, right? I could be completely incorrect, but whereas one individual is facing one person with other people surrounding them, so that one individual of a group could be touching them, or multiple people in that group could be touching that one said individual, right? So if it is one person touching him at the time, you don't know if those other individuals could potentially jump in, right? There's the key term of jump. So
in the video that they showed in court, a couple of people told me, because they attended the actual trial inside the courtroom, they said the video that the courtroom showed them, it only showed one person walking up towards Karmelo, just one, not four.
The video I saw had 4.
No captivity.
Be my guest, sis. Go ahead, sis.
Okay. So from there, you could see arm movements. Again, it's clear, and you could see kind of like elbows moving back and forth. And as I had said, you had noticed a head pop up and back. This is where I'm assuming it is Karmelo because of the next moves that happened next. Once he was pulled back into the canopy, he immediately scattered back up those bleacher steps. And it was about, 3 to 4 bleacher steps. He paused, looked to his left, to look to his right. And he took to his left, which would have been my right, staring at him, running down those steps. As he reaches the bottom of those metal bleachers, he trips and falls. He picks back up and starts running back off to my right. At that time, I had noticed 3 individuals chasing after him. And I want to remind you that no one had moved from the canopy outside of these 4 individuals, Karmelo and the 3 chasing him. From there, I took my eyes directly back over to the bleacher steps, and I see Austin reaching the last couple of steps. And that is where he is holding his chest, and he collapses to the ground. He falls to his right, which would have been my left. From there, I cannot confirm or deny if Hunter did come up or not. I never saw anybody from my right side come back over to that way. I did see somebody in a blue hoodie. I'm assuming it was a teacher, coach, athletic trainer, just due to the build of the body, right? And then from there, minutes had passed and officers have arrived and ambulances. So I don't have to go into much more detail after that.
Miss Daisy, one thing you said that I noticed, that every other person that's seen the video that has been on my show said that they noticed Karmelo back up a little bit as if he was trying to remove himself or get away, but he got pulled back in. I noticed you said that too. Are you saying that from your account, when you watched the video, it did seem as though Karmelo was trying to remove himself before he got pulled back in?
That is correct, from what I had seen on the video. And kind of like I said, he could have either been escaping, or it could have been a push, a punch, a shove, a grab that had knocked him back at the same time as he was trying to flee. It was so much movement that happened so quickly. And all I can see is the backs of these individuals. And I've always said, it was calm before they walked up. He was sitting there minding his own business. There was not an issue, and you could tell until those individuals walked up.
This mug started as a sketch in a notebook. Now it has its own website. Acting on your curiosity feels like a way to bend reality.
From just a synopsis, and thank you, Ms. Daisy. And thank you to your husband for allowing this too. Shout out to him too. I can't leave him out. Shout out to him too. But I want to say this. As a synopsis from what you've seen, do you think it was just enough cause for an individual to defend themselves in a way that exceeded his own fists? Do you think that it was just cause for an individual to defend themselves that exceeded in a way that was beyond like his hands?
I believe that Karmelo did what he needed to do to arrive home safely that day.
No captivity. I want you guys to pay attention. This is Miss Daisy's account. Okay, I just let her talk. Of course, I'm not gonna. I didn't even see the video, right? So I can't force her to say anything because I didn't see it at all. But I want you guys to understand. Everybody that's been paying attention to this series of shows, mostly everybody's account is pretty much the same. I said 95%. I'm gonna push it up to 98%. It might be like 2% nuance or something like that. This video exists, right, Ms. Daisy? You're not just making this up. This is not a publicity stunt. You're not clout chasing or nothing like that, right, Ms. Daisy?
Not at all. I wouldn't have taken my time out to fill the form out, to have driven all that way, gas, time, sitting there waiting in the lobby. I wouldn't have wasted all that time to, for clout chasing or anything, or to lie to anybody. I have no reason to lie. I have no skin in the game. I don't know anybody. It's just me wanting to know the truth that I feel like everyone deserves.
Being in other forums, have you been accused of making this up before or lying?
Of course. I don't feel like people want to know the truth. And even if they were to see it with their own eyes, as some people have, some people do lie about what they have seen.
How do you feel when people accuse you of lying? How do you feel? How does that make you feel?
When I know I'm telling the truth, it doesn't bother me.
Mm-hmm.
It shouldn't bother me. I have nothing to worry about. I'm honest, and I want to ensure that everybody, when I do tell what I have seen, it's as visual as I saw it. I want to paint the picture for everybody so you can match up the stories. Like you said, am I telling the same thing that somebody else had said? But it's not nice to call somebody a liar. It doesn't feel good.
Ms. Daisy, have you heard lately that Frisco County is denying people to see this video now?
That is correct. So it was midsummer last year when they started forcing people to come in groups. And then during that time, one individual, I'm assuming, had walked in and had tried to either audio or video record outside of what she had signed on the paper. And then from there, the DA had paused the video to be seen from the public.
Now, I'm not going to keep you too much longer, but I had like one more question, and then I was going to let you get your last words in. I've heard from, I think T Sturdy was up here, or I think it was 12 Tribes. One of them said that there's rumors that there are people that actually was able to record the video without Frisco. Have you heard these rumors that people actually have these videos in their possession, the video in their possession?
I have not heard that.
Okay.
I highly doubt it, but it would be nice if they would just release it, because when I filled out the form, part of the request was you can either physically see it in person, which we all knew that was the only option, or the option of it to be emailed to you, mailed to you. So we know that the other options are there. They just are restricting the public from viewing public information.
Thank you for saying that.
And we already know, y'all, if it made Karmelo look a certain type of way, or if this could add to the guilty verdict, that video would have been easily put out there. Let's see. Rhonda said, my heart goes out to both families. I pray I never have to lose any of my children, and praying I never have to go through any of my children having to defend themselves in this type of situation. Exactly. It was said before that Karmelo used that tool to cut rope when they would set up the tents for his school. So that is why he had the tool, because he helped out. Oh, wow. It is what it is. Because it is a multi-tool. It was a multi-tool little knife situation. We talked about that this morning as well. This case is something I can't believe anymore. So many stories to tell, and no one has actually facts, just blame, blame. Okay. I'm telling you, it's so many things, y'all, that were missed. She said, I've arrived making videos now. Okay. Okay, you better do it. If they just put it out, he would have set him free from the start. Okay. Wait, Miss Didi, was that yours? Your super. I missed it. Oh my goodness. Okay, y'all, let me show you this right quick. For those of you who missed this part this morning. Okay. Now here, y'all, this was one of the narratives based off of Officer Wetzel. And during this particular, this is the actual arrest report. This is not somebody making up something. It's not conspiracy theories. This is what's in the actual report. Okay. He says, while I was walking towards the visitors' bleachers, I was approached by a witness who identified himself as J something. I don't know who his name starts with the J. And he began telling me what happened. And I asked him where the stabbing occurred. He advised it happened under the Memorial High School tent, pop-up tent, in the visitors' bleachers. Now, to me, that's a lie because the knife wasn't even under the tent. Okay, but we're going to keep going. I immediately informed Sergeant Otis where the witness stated the stabbing occurred and gave him the crime scene tape to start securing the crime scene. I then had Blank move to the walkway under the visitors' bleachers out of the rain to further speak with me. The following is a summary of my contact with Blank. Blank advised he was sitting under the Memorial High School pop-up tent with his team and was near the victim. Austin and the suspect, who was later identified as Karmelo Anthony, Anthony was from Centennial High School and was sitting under the Memorial High School tent. Austin had told Anthony that he needed to move out from under their team's tent, and Anthony grabbed his bag, opened it, and reached inside and proceeded to tell Austin, touch me and see what happens. Now, this is from this person, whoever his name starts with the J. This is him telling what Karmelo stated. Okay. We still don't know if it's true. We still don't know if Karmelo really said that because Karmelo has not said he said that. Okay. No one really thought Anthony really had any weapons in his bag. And Austin, clock this, proceeded to touch Anthony. And then Anthony told Austin to punch him and see what happens. Okay. So that part too, I'm wondering, because they were trying to use this as Karmelo Anthony was trying to provoke Austin. But you still, even if I say you sorry or you this or you that, you done took it another level and you escalated. First, you allegedly touched me. Okay. So then Karmelo, now I ain't never seen anybody just asking for a butt whooping. Oh, go ahead and punch me and see what happens. Okay. Now, a short time later, Austin grabbed Anthony. So first you touching me. You done escalated it. Now you are grabbing me and you are 2 times bigger than me. This is what their people are saying. Their team members are saying. Their crew. We're not making that up. He said it. He said that Austin touched Karmelo. Austin grabbed Karmelo Anthony to tell him to move. You don't have to grab somebody to tell them something. Okay. And then that's when Karmelo allegedly pulled out what Blank recalled as a black knife and stabbed Austin once in the chest and then ran away. Austin began grabbing his chest and telling everyone to get help. Blank advised he did not know Anthony's name, but stated another Memorial track member, EP, we all know that's old Eddie, was friends with Anthony and he could identify Anthony. Blank described Anthony as a black male, skinny, with possibly a goatee, short puffy hair, and wearing Centennial High School clothing. Okay? So you're doing too much. You're doing too much. Let's see here. I was on another screen, y'all. Thank you. Let's see. Right Sound said Texas, love them. Wait, love them some weapons. Oh, Texas, love them some weapons. So asking why he had a knife was absurd. Okay, I see what you were saying. Let's see here. Hey, Love Me For Real, welcome. Yeah, so we got to make up nothing. That's in the actual report. Notice he didn't say anything else Austin says. So Karmelo is just talking and Austin is just gently touching, saying nothing else. Come on now. So he was having a whole conversation by himself. Like, make that make sense, okay? So we were clocking that this morning. Then it was another summary. Is this the other part? Let's see. Okay, where this officer, Officer Fisher, said that when they arrived on the crime scene, it was already marked off and the suspect was in custody. He began asking people if they were witnesses to anything. He said he made contact with Hunter and EP, okay, Eddie. They were both breathing heavily and crying due to the nature of events. They were with coaches on the field and it was pouring down rain. We made the decision to relocate to a locker room just to the east to get out of the rain. Y'all could have went under the tent somewhere, okay? Y'all all up in the locker room and stuff, okay? Once in there, things calmed a little bit. However, they were still hysterical and could not really talk. In there, I learned Hunter was the brother of the victim. I attempted to ask them both what had happened. I could not really get anything out of Hunter, but Blank stated he wanted to speak, okay? I asked him what happened, and he stated they were all sitting on the bleachers under a Memorial High School tent when another male who he did not know walked over and sat under the tent. Blank then said Austin, the victim, told this male that since he did not go to Memorial, he had to leave the tent. Austin and the male went back and forth. Okay, why are y'all just thinking it's Karmelo talking to himself? He's saying they went back and forth. And then Austin stood up, and this time, y'all, not just push, not just grab, he stood up and, touch. Then the other incident, it said touch and grab. In this one, it said he stood up and pushed the male. We got 3 words. We got touch, we got grabbed, and we got pushed. Okay? The male to get him out of the tent. Why do you got to do all of that to get somebody out the tent? Blank had said during this time of arguing, the male was reaching around in his bag he had. It was at this time the male took out a knife and stabbed Austin and then left the scene, which is a lie. He couldn't leave the scene if y'all had him arrested. He was over with his coach, crying and hysterical. This was all Blank remembered when he talked to me. Now, my thing is, and y'all correct me if I'm wrong, didn't he say that he couldn't get anything out of Hunter, but Blank stated that he wanted to speak? Is this saying that this is from Eddie's perspective, this last little part? Okay. Was this from Eddie's perspective? Y'all correct me if I'm wrong, because I thought that's what it was saying. See what happens isn't provoking. That's a warning. Hello. Okay. He wasn't provoking nothing. Yeah, doing way too much. Austin provoked it, but they didn't bring that up. No, they didn't. Okay. Release that. Come on now. Come on, Tessa B. Where's the locker room footage? Come on now. Now, wasn't that Eddie? Correct me if I'm wrong, Detective London. Wasn't this Eddie? Now, why is Eddie? See, we thought Eddie had flipped and was just lying in court. No. It looked like, Eddie, you lying to the police officer. I thought you knew Karmelo. Okay, because it said right here, let's read it again. it says I attempted to ask them both, Hunter and EP, what happened. I could not really get anything out of Hunter, but blank stated that he wanted to speak. I asked him what happened, and he stated they were all sitting on the bleachers under a Memorial High School tent when another male who he did not know walked over and sat under the tent. Eddie, you were already lying. You were already lying on this arrest record to the police officer. So he didn't just flip on the stand, y'all. He flipped. He flipped here in this report. And if I'm not mistaken, let me go back up because another officer, no, it was the friend. This was the other friend that started with the J. He had already called Eddie out. Notice he said here at the last part of the yellow, he said that Austin began grabbing his chest and telling everyone to get help. Blank advised he did not know Anthony's name, but stated another Memorial Track member, EP, was friends with Anthony and he could identify Anthony. Okay, so Jay, whoever Jay is, had already told another officer, you knew him, Eddie. But then, Eddie, you were telling the police officer you didn't know Karmelo. So it wasn't just on the stand. He was preparing this since last year. They should have peeped the play last year from this arrest report that he was already pretending like he didn't know Karmelo. So that should not have been a surprise when they were on the stand. Okay, he had already flipped on him. None of the witnesses seemed to talk about Karmelo sitting and talking to anyone under the tent. They act like he just wandered under the tent and sat there for no reason. Exactly. Yeah, Eddie was scared. Right. They play all in the police report. Okay. When you see all of these lies, y'all, they talking about he left the scene. He didn't leave the scene. Y'all arrested him. He was with the coach. So y'all are making it look like he did something intentional. He came just to unalive somebody, then trying to take off. No, he stayed with the coach. He didn't resist arrest. He allowed y'all to talk to him without his parents there. And we still don't know the things that you said he said. We still don't know if it's true, because where's your body-worn camera footage? We don't know. It's your word against his unless he takes a lie detector test. If he says, I didn't say that, and he takes a lie detector test, y'all didn't even read him his rights according to this arrest report. We don't see not a one time when it says officer such and such read him his rights. Let's go to the first one. Let's just make sure before we come to that conclusion. Did Cortez read him his rights? Let's see here. Okay, let's start right here. It says, there was a chain link fence that separated me from the suspect. I gave the suspect instructions to keep his hands up in the air. During this time, the suspect said verbally out loud, I was protecting myself. It should be noted that I had not questioned him about the incident when he made that comment. See, he's trying to protect himself right there. I asked him if he had any weapons, and he said no. I patted him down for weapons while we were walking along the fence, and I did not locate any on his person. I instructed the male to continue walking along the fence, which he complied, towards an area where there was an opening in the fence that led off the track. While walking him off the track, the suspect also said he put his hands on me. I then detained the suspect in handcuffs, handcuffed behind his back, and had him sit on the ground. Okay, am I missing it? In any of that, did he ever say you have the right to remain silent? Or during this point, I read him his Miranda acts while you putting him into handcuffs? Have you ever said you have the right to remain silent? See, you trying to cover yourself in this report by saying, oh, he's just yelling this out. I want it to be noted that I didn't question him about the incident when he made those comments. No, I'm asking him about weapons. I'm patting him down to make sure. I told him keep his hands up. But when you tell somebody to keep their hands up, I thought that's what you're supposed to do. You have the right to remain silent. You never read him his Miranda rights. This was his first time. He's trying to be honest. He's trying to do the right thing and take accountability for what he had just done. He's trying to explain himself why he did it, not realizing he had the right in that moment to actually remain silent, and y'all was supposed to contact his parents. It's so sad. Lying off the top and just happened to end up alone with Hunter to what? Get the story straight since Eddie called him over? Okay, right. He wasn't just talking to himself. Hey, Honey 5K, welcome. She said, it seems like they were hating on Melo and Eddie was playing both sides. Clock that. Okay, I feel that same way too. I feel the same way too. Uh-oh, we have a super chat in the building. Okay, shout out to that one. Thank you so much, sis. I appreciate that. And thank you for being a sponsor for today's live. She said, Eddie, just like Eddie Haskell on Leave It to Beaver, a liar. Okay, you silly. Ray said Detective London, right? And when the hating don't work, they start telling lies. You better clock that, okay? Hopefully the roast. Monica, you have me tripping out with these emojis. Hopefully the Roche DA prosecution team is listening so they can learn how to properly investigate. Okay? Because those would have been my questions. No, they don't need to. They can cover up. No, the defense attorneys need to. How to properly do a trial. But see, Toby Shook, he already knows. Okay? They know, y'all. It was a part of the gameplay. They could have called this out. At what point, Officer Cortez, did you read Karmelo Anthony his Miranda rights? Because you said put your hands up in the air, but we didn't see anywhere where you said you have the right to remain silent. And see, you made a point. It said during this time, right after you told him to put his hands up in the air, you said the suspect said verbally out loud, I was protecting myself. It should be noted that I had not questioned him about the incident when he made that comment. You never, even after that, said you have the right to remain silent. You said then you asked him if he had any weapons, and he said no. Then you proceeded to pat him down for weapons. While y'all were walking along the fence, you did not locate any weapons, okay? You still didn't say you have the right to remain silent, but you instructed the male to continue walking along the fence, which he complied, towards an area where there was an opening in the fence that led off the track. You never said you have the right to remain silent. But while walking him off the track, the suspect also then says, because he doesn't know you have the right to remain silent, he just know he in trouble. He know that you're about to arrest him for something that just happened. He explained it. He put his hands on me. You never said, now you have the right to remain silent. But then you detained him in handcuffs, handcuffed him behind his back, and then had him sit on the ground. Never once did you say you have the right to remain silent. And because he still does not know he has the right to remain silent, when Officer Ricky, she arrives at the scene, she conducts another pat down of this person. Why y'all doing so many pat downs? Okay. Then you search his person after he gave you consent and no weapons were located. You still didn't say you have the right to remain silent. While the suspect sat on the ground, I advised that the alleged suspect, okay, he responds and says, I'm not alleged, I did it. And you had still not said you have the right to remain silent. And we don't know if he said all that anyways. Because did you have your body-worn camera footage on recording all of these times where he spontaneously said these things? Clock that. He didn't know he had the right to remain silent. I'm just saying. You should have put that in there. So everything he said should have been null and void. That he allegedly said, because we don't know. He never got up on the stand to say whether he said those things or not. Let's see. She said, why would Eddie be afraid to just say, chill, that's my friend? Right. He was in on it. He had already snaked him back then, and I feel like he set Karmelo up. I really feel like he texted those boys to come over there. Right. I'm telling you, right, OB? Never read him his Miranda rights. That's strike 1,000 along with all the lies. Okay. For 9 minutes, he talked to Eddie, and Eddie acting like he don't know him. That's why I don't get why people are stuck on he admitted it. What was he supposed to do? Take police on a high-speed train? Okay, exactly. He's in his mind, he's probably thinking, well, I'm taking accountability. I did just, stab him, or I did cut him, or, whatever, however it happened. But he's also trying to explain why he did it. But they should have told him, look, young man, your parents are not here. You have the right to remain silent, and read him the rest of his rights. You don't just keep standing there letting the boy just talk and you making sure say, oh, he just saying it. He just saying it. Well, you didn't say what you were supposed to say. Okay, that goes both ways. Okay, why would Eddie just put him under the bus? Yeah, put him under the bus in the end. They probably threatened Eddie. They probably threatened he's scared too, or thinking he gonna fit in with them. Yeah, he didn't say anything. Don't admit anything. Yeah, he needs to definitely look into this report. Hi, Miss Sean B. Welcome. Thank you for joining. Yeah, I'm telling you, girl, he didn't say it not a one time. They want to feel on him, but not read him his Miranda rights. And why are so many officers patting him down? That's suspect too. It doesn't take everybody to pat him down. So you mean to tell me he was supposed to gain a weapon in between coming through the gate and having a seat? When was he gonna get another weapon? You didn't trust that the resource officer had just patting him down. Y'all still patting on him? That's weird. Yes, exactly. Right, Tessa. They did not have the body-worn camera footage on. And y'all, it was a couple of officers in this report that actually admitted, close the door, that actually admitted, let's see here. Hold on, y'all, 1 second. My son. Okay, sorry, y'all. But he admitted in this report that let's see here. Oh, before we get to that, right quick, for those of you who missed this part this morning, it said that the male, later identified as Karmelo Anthony, was in handcuffs and was seated on the sidewalk by the entrance to the track. As I approached Officer Cortez stated Anthony was the alleged suspect. Anthony then made a spontaneous statement. Notice how they're putting that in there to make it look like, hey, we didn't ask him. But he supposedly said, I'm not alleged, I did it. Okay. Then it says, while walking to my patrol vehicle, Anthony made another spontaneous statement and asked if what happened could be considered self-defense. I replied, telling Anthony I did not know what happened. It should be noted the in-car camera in my patrol vehicle was activated prior to Anthony being placed in my patrol vehicle. This officer noticed Anthony had blood on his left middle finger. So instead of her getting some help for it, what did she do? She grabbed her department issued digital camera and took a photograph of his hands. And then she later uploaded the photograph to the crime scene folder under that case number. When did you render aid to Karmelo Anthony? Okay. You didn't give him a Band-Aid. You didn't try to give him some type of cream in your kit. Who was it that was admitting that their camera wasn't on? Y'all, these people, they gotta be joking. Okay. Where is it? Let's see. Oh, right here. Officer Crawford said, my body-worn camera did not activate when I initially arrived on scene, but I did activate it when I discovered it wasn't recording while waiting with the witness. So the whole time when you were waiting with the witness, it just magically wasn't on. Oh, Lord, it's not recording? Oh, let me turn it on now. These people think we're crazy. They think we are crazy, and we're not. Okay? We're not. Please hit that like button. Thank you so much. It is for free. She said that's exactly why they're trying to cover themselves. Exactly. And they put the word spontaneous, Angels, twice. Come on now. They did that on purpose. Hey, Zoe, welcome. Didn't matter to them, just like his fear, his injury was irrelevant to them. Okay. She said, I got some footage. They have this place locked down. Are you up there in Frisco now? Wait a minute. Miss Dee said she up there at Frisco ISD. Oh my God. Wait a second, girl. What is going on? She has footage. I didn't know you were going right now. Oh my gosh, y'all, we got some footage. That is too funny. They're gonna be like, now look, y'all coming up here playing, we trying to close for the summer. Oh my gosh, y'all. They are trying to play in these people's faces. And then it was another officer. Let's see. Here's another one. Officer Newton. Okay, they need to look into these officers. See, these will be the very officers, somebody gets unalived, and then they'll be able to say, oh, I thought my body-worn camera footage was on. Okay, this officer said at the conclusion of the call, I took my camera off of covert mode and went to turn it off. At that point, I learned the camera had failed to activate. Due to it being on covert mode, I did not see the indicator lights on the top of the camera. I'm done. Y'all, we went a little deeper into that this morning. Child, you got to be more careful. Yeah, you got to be careful. Yeah, Miss Dee. Be careful, you too. You get a write-up. You get a write-up. Yes, okay. Everybody needs to get a write-up. They not reading people Miranda rights. They're not having their body-worn camera footage. The body-worn camera's on, so we don't have any footage of these things being allegedly stated. Remember, y'all, these are their words. Karmelo never got on the stand to clarify if he said those things. Do you know how hard it is to sit back while people lie on you and you can't even get up there to defend your own name? You know that's hard. That was hard. His mom and dad even said that they thought they were listening to sound counsel, okay, and was telling Karmelo, no, we're not going to make this into a race thing, and it'll be fine. It's going to be fine. No, it's not fine. Now he's in jail, guilty of murder for 35 years. Y'all just didn't want him to get up there and tell what really happened because it wouldn't fit with the video that you put out there and had the jury halfway seeing because they couldn't see nothing. I bet he didn't have it on. Yeah, he probably didn't have his on either. Hey, Charnisa. Okay, Miss Dee said, God, look at us whispering. Y'all, why I'm whispering? Hold on, you got me nervous. Okay. Miss Dee Dee said, guys, the po-pos are out. I told them I'm Detective Dee Dee of the Open Book. Will find your agency. And that we're doing a story in reference to the Carmelo Anthony conviction. Wait a minute, what the other part? I'm waiting for her to come on. Come on with part 2. Okay, there shouldn't be a covert mode. Clock that, Right Sound Studios. Okay, it should be on. When you step foot on this scene right here, your camera should automatically activate. I don't need you pressing no buttons unless you on lunch or break. Are you getting off? Okay, convicted on a bunch of he said, she said without a video. If it doesn't show, you must let him go. Okay, y'all can't see nothing on those videos. And I don't even think the people that saw the clear version saw the actual like stab. I don't even think they could see it. I haven't heard anyone really say that. Y'all correct me if I'm wrong. If they saw the actual act, I thought it was just boys around. They all fight, you know, jumping them and fighting and all of that. But did anybody actually see Carmelo, okay, stab Austin? That's what I need to know. I don't think anyone has really said that. I wonder, was Mr. Metcalf on the scene when they Angels? You know he was up there. He probably went over there. What in the hell happened over here? Okay. Oh, Tiffany, where you see that at, child? We need to find that. Yes, it's all grounds for appeal, Miss Sean B. Yes. They messed up so many things with this case, y'all. I mean, we're not even attorneys. No, I know I'm not. Some of y'all may be. And we could see through so much of the error, so many errors, from Miranda rights to not calling his parents. You got people lying, saying they don't know him when they do know him. You got the knife way up here partially open. We don't even know if they had any DNA taken or forensics. We don't know none of that. They didn't call out any of this during court, the defense attorneys. Okay. They didn't tell how Carmelo felt, why he was out there saying these things, how he was acting when none of that. Yeah, they set that family up, baby. They set them up big time. He was asked by his attorney if he wanted to take the stand, and he did. Well, the parents said a different way, though. During the interview, the way it was stated was they were listening to what the attorneys were saying. Not that, they asked him and he said no. I don't know. I ain't in there. She said, why you whispering? I don't know. She said, I presented my Air Force ID. They thanked me for my service and we parted ways. Girl, wait. They didn't let you come in? Oh my God. We need to get into the building. Okay. Oh, Lord, let me not say that. They're going to say, oh, my gosh, they're planning an attack. They planning an attack on Frisco ISD. Y'all got to lock it down and keep it locked. Hey, Lena, welcome. Let me not say it like that. Child, we trying to get in there to see the video. 400 years of oppression, right? It's always about race all day, every day. She said, can we be traced on this side? Girl, look, okay. She said, I told y'all. She did. Queens did. She did tell us that it was on lockdown. Oh, my God. She said she showed them the ID. Girl, I thought you knew the judge. Miss Dee Dee kept saying, I know the judge. I know the judge. See, it ain't so popular now. Okay. You need to go tell him he did not do a great job and we need a retrial immediately based off of the things we're finding out. And they need to leave that docket alone too, going back, editing a docket way back from 2025. Okay. She said, for all we know, Hunter did it. They knew what they were doing to that family. Okay, so nobody has said that they've seen the actual act. Okay. You go to a scene where someone is unalive and you don't double check your camera. Exactly. Or where the body camera's on and evidence was on there that may help Carmelo. They didn't want us to see it. That's true too. It is what it is. What's on the body cam footage? But see, I don't know who will ever know. Yeah, he did have an ankle monitor. Allegedly, I don't think anyone saw it. Lies. They had too much to cover up that they made big mistakes. Right. Okay, so Miss Shambi said they can't be questioned about what they didn't see. Okay. Now that's a good point, because Frisco Police Department were issued a subpoena, but it showed unserved. Now, when they went into the docket, they deleted that. It's no longer showing that on there, y'all. So in case in the appeal or something like that, they could say we didn't subpoena police, the detectives to come in here. Child, they probably didn't want not a one of these police officers to come onto that stand. I think Officer Cortez, he was the only one, but he wasn't with Frisco Police Department. I think he was the SRO, okay, there at the district. See, these police, the police detectives, child, they were messing up. According to this arrest record, they probably didn't want them to say, did you ever read Karmelo Anthony his rights? Did anybody? Okay, were proper procedure followed during that time? Yeah, they took that out of there. The defense could have at least pinched the case. He gave 0. It's okay. Girl, he didn't even attempt to call none of this stuff out. Right, Obi, I really believe the defense attorney told Karmelo he didn't need to get on the stand. They did that on purpose. Exactly. Especially Toby Shook. Okay. Let's see. Hey, is it Risha? Is it Risha? Hey, Risha. Hello, Obi and chat. Austin Dad was on Nancy Grace doing an interview. Yes, looking like a hot mess. Oh my gosh. Allegedly, I don't think his brothers held him either. I think he did it for news and media. No, he didn't hold him, because remember they said on the video that Austin and Hunter, they had taken off running after Karmelo. So when Austin fell, the coach came and grabbed up Hunter when he whipped around and saw Austin falling. So he wasn't there holding him as he passed away and all of that. He wasn't there holding him, doing all that. It's not what's on the body cam, it's what was said on the body cam from the kids. That part, Tyrese with the T. That's what I'm talking about. Like, where's the evidence of what these kids have stated? Okay, where Karmelo said all of these things. It's just so convenient. Y'all didn't have on your body worn camera recording. You see what I'm saying? So I get it. I do know him. I scheduled an appointment and I'm waiting for a response. Now, girl, you know you got to come with the tea for that now. Okay. We need to know, what did he state after this whole mess? Okay. How does a subpoena to the PD go unserved? Did a supervisor not find that weird? Hello? Because it's that look, y'all saw it for yourselves. Let me show you. If y'all don't believe me, let me just pull it up. Some people may not have seen this part. So I'm just going to pull it up so it'll be like my words. Okay. I think it was on screen too. Y'all see it? September 24, 2025. This was the 5th time a subpoena was issued to Frisco ISD. And it shows unserved. They issue one to Frisco Police Department. It shows unserved. Never served after that date. It never showed subpoena returned. And these 2 entries are gone. If you go to the docket now, you will not see this. They took it off. It's no longer there. But I had gotten a screenshot already. Frisco is not having it. Patrol is there all day. Okay, girl, they don't want nobody driving up on the parking lot. Facts. Nobody, Kim, who's, what, where, and how it all went down. Nobody has it. Okay? Nobody. Trying to play on the jury's emotions. He died in my arms. No, he didn't. Say it again. I know all the kids out there wasn't scared of them. One of them said something. And then you had a whole other school, y'all. You had this other school over here where they're sitting right next to all the commotion. Hi, Kim. Welcome. Okay. Nobody thought to go and help, or it's just so unbelievable. How come the two that were in direct contact didn't have cameras on? Let me be quiet. Okay. Yeah, it's so obvious what's taking place here. It's so obvious what's taking place. And it's so sad that whew, we have to go through these documents and we're seeing this in real time. And I'm not done because what we're going to do, I went through there yesterday, today after I got off of the first live because I told you I was going to go look at that docket. And something told me to count when they went back, y'all, and entered, they backdated subpoenas being sent out because we were counting the number of students. I think it was like 31 students that they were going to have as witnesses, possible witnesses. So I went back, I said, let me count to see on here how many subpoenas were issued. Now, at first, it looked like this. You could barely see anything where it showed subpoenas. You know, you had the one here with the district and a couple more. But they went back all on one day. It says subpoena, like 30. I counted them, like 30. Then later on, 6 days later, it shows, I think around May 26th, subpoena return, all on the same day. Y'all just went in there to make it look a certain type of way, like y'all had really been doing some work. That stuff was just added a couple of days ago. And they backdated everything that they're putting in there. Like the notice of no records, that was just put in there a couple of days ago. That wasn't in these documents. It wasn't on the docket. You're supposed to be updating this as the things occur. Okay, when you get a subpoena back, you're supposed to put subpoena return. Then they added, this is when the state did the discovery. Because at first we were like, well, when did they do discovery? When they sit down and kind of talk about what we're going to present as evidence. And then they added the witness list entry. All of that. It wasn't there when the trial happened. It wasn't on there. So how are you now going back, adding things and putting other dates? That's how you know that something's not right, that there's a level of cover-up happening, and it's happening in real time. Judge Roach is trying to retire before this new trial or release, so his 401k will be in jeopardy. Okay, that's true. They definitely need to sue. Okay, that whole stadium, that's why Frisco ISD doesn't want to be involved. And that's why they don't want to give up that video and they don't want to show it. Because it was negligent. A part of that was negligent on those schools because they didn't have enough supervision, clearly. Or the other side of that is, if we think about the video we watched earlier from Corporate Thug and Mika, even in that scenario, look at the adults, how they condone the behavior. What if the coaches were around and no one called out Austin and Hunter in their behavior? How much pull and weight and influence do those people have? Seem like some of them are scared of the dad. We don't know who all knows who in that area. Who is afraid of whom? Okay, like if you really think about that. Were there people around and they remained silent because they were afraid? I don't know. Should have since a fair trial and he wouldn't have to worry about his 401k. Okay. And you know them kids had that on video, especially when you have this many kids. Look at all those backpacks. That's a lot of kids. And y'all know they all sitting up under that. They didn't care if it was raining, child. You're going to still have your phone out. Oh, it's dry right here. Let me take out my phone. They can't do nothing without those cell phones. So you know that they were recording. You know that they were recording. They took up phones and everything else. Thank you, Miss Sean B. I am. I've been just trying to go through some things little by little, trying to compare notes, all of that. In 2026, a fight is not happening and teenagers don't record it. You said a fight is not happening? Now they are meeting to fight, and they are recording things and they're uploading them to the fight sites. Somebody's child has told the truth and they need to speak up. Those people in court weren't the only people that saw what happened. Exactly. No, it wasn't Hunter, it was Austin. Austin have an entitlement attitude. Oh yeah, definitely that. Well, I don't know on that other video if that was really them. I got to get more information about that video. I was just speaking in general. We don't know, like, the family, if they have some influence or police officers there or whoever, where they feel like, okay, we just gonna be quiet. Oh my goodness, she said that was my Lord. Oh my goodness, but y'all, I don't know. Hey, we're gonna still take it little by little. I've been looking into some other stuff I'm gonna show y'all probably tomorrow. Cause y'all, some things I'm seeing it happening in real time. I've never seen anything like this before. Never. Where it's happening all in real time. And then, well, I ain't gonna say, because then they might go in there and try to tweak some stuff. I ain't gonna even say what else I've been looking at to kind of compare some notes. Let's see. Tessa said, I think it was Hunter with the attitude. He said himself, Austin always has to keep him out of trouble. Now that could be it. Yeah. He could be the one that pops off at the mouth and his brother kind of steps in to help him, even if he's right or wrong. He said that. He did say that. Wow. Well, y'all, I want to thank Rhonda Angels for becoming a member, Trina, Michelle, and that one for being sponsors for today's live. Thank you, ladies, so much. If you would like to be a sponsor, you're welcome to send a super sticker, super chat, Cash App, or buy a coffee. And those links are in the chat or the description field of this video. Okay, let's see here. Both of them have attitudes and feel they're entitled. They're both bullies. Girl, you silly. Let's see. Thug and Mika's video you're talking about, right? Yes. I can't believe that's Austin acting a fool. Who is the black guy? That's what I don't know. I don't know. I have to go back and look. And I'm going to ask her under the video, like, can she give me more info about that? Thanks, Shelly. Shout out to the mods in the building. Shelly Shells and Latte. Thank you, ladies, so much. And thank you all for joining on today. I appreciate all the feedback, the laughter, and we know how to really, really put our detective hats on, okay? Thank you so much, Tessa. I really appreciate that. But y'all, if you find anything that stands out that you verified, hey, let us know. We put our heads together, and that's how we continue to crack these cases also, okay? But thank you all so much for joining. Yeah, she said, I saw that video last year sometime. I didn't know that was them. Well, I don't know for sure. But Ray, she also said the same thing, that it was something that came out last year. Yes. So make sure y'all hit that like button. Also, subscribe. And don't forget to hit the bell because you never know when I'm going to go live. Thank you and have a great day. Bye-bye.
You just flip through truth with the open book. If you felt that heat, like share and stay locked in. Another chapter done, but we far from finished. Truth on the mic, yeah, we handle business. Real talk, no fluff, just facts and fire. From the book to the block, we taking it higher. The open book, every voice matters, every lie shatters. Catch you next page.